welcome back to my channel. I'm Mama Eva, and today's a good day. Today's a great day. Today is a fabulous day, but what is so more important? Today is your day. So keeping with the theme of Black History Month, I want to showcase a very powerful saint that I feel is kind of overlooked. He is recognized by the Catholic Church. That saint would be Saint Martin de Porres, born December the 9th, 1519. His father was a Spanish nobleman. His mother was a daughter of free slaves from Panama. Now, during those times, it was kind of unheard for two different races to have a baby, but in this case, that's just what happened. Now, he do have a sister, an older sister, and apparently she took the skin tone of her dad, but Martin had that little extra color from his mother, and his father just could not accept it. So he left, leaving his mother to raise them all by herself. Now, she worked as a laundry woman. She washed clothes for the townspeople and lived a very modest life. The legend or the story says that she lived in poverty. But even though she lived in poverty, there was something special about Martin because he had the gift of generosity. The story says that Martin would even share his little bit of food that he had with the beggars in the town, all feeling that they was worse off than him. Martin prayed even at an early age. They said by the time he was 10 years old, he prayed for hours at a time. And his prayers was actually heard by God. How do I know? Because one of his prayers was for his father to return, and God granted him his desire. So it's another story about Saint Martin, and it says that the landlord used to burn candles because that was something they did back then. So when the candle would burn down to the very end, she would discard them. So Martin would go to the landlord and ask her for the stumps of the candles, and he made himself a little altar with a cross and those candles, and he would kneel before that altar hours at a time, praying and praying and praying. At the age of 12, he got an apprenticeship with a barber. Now, we think about barbers today, we just think about going in, maybe getting a shave, getting our hair cut. But back in the 16th century, barbering was much different than it is today, because not only did they cut hair and do all the probably the shaving, but they also did some healthcare work. They dressed wounds. They administered medicine. They was phlebotomists. They drew blood. They did those kind of things at the barber shop. So he worked there for years. Now, because of the color of his skin, it was not the in thing or the right thing for these brothers of different races to go to this little colored boy to get these services. But because they seen something in Martin, and they seen how skillful he was, he was allowed to perform services, and he was very good at it. He was an expert at it. At the age of 15, he joined a monastery. But once again, because of the color of his skin and because of his race, he was not allowed to become a brother. So they made a deal with Martin. That deal was, we're going to let you come in and we're going to let you dress like us, but we're going to call you a lazy person. What is a lazy person? He cooked. He did laundry. He cleaned. He did all of the things that really a slave would do. He took care of them. But let me tell you, they seen his gifts, and he winded up working in the infirmary. And once again, your gifts will make room for you. There he worked for years. He became so skilled that even the higher priest and the higher clergy would come to Martin when they needed health related issues. Now, one thing that I love about Saint Martin is Saint Martin was known for his miraculous powers. The legend is that he would people would see him in Mexico, in Japan, but yet he never left the monastery. And something else that I love is they said that Martin would pray and go into these hours of prayer, and the prayer was so powerful that he would actually levitate off of the ground, praying and believing what he was praying for. Now, there is a cute little story that I want to share with you about Saint Martin, because Saint Martin loved animals. He loved people. He has such a loving and compassionate heart. This story involved rats. Well, the monastery was infested with rats. So the friar called Martin, the lazy person, and said, we need you to place poison around the monastery. Well, what did Martin do? He went to the garden where the rats resided, and he reprimanded them. He scolded them, and he also told them about the poison trap set for them. And they said from that day forward, there was never another rat in the monastery. He loved everyone. He is a patron for mixed race people, for barbers, for innkeepers, for public health workers, for anybody that seek racial harmony. Well, we know the power of prayer. As I said, his father eventually came back, accepted him as a son, acknowledged him as a son. He lived many, many years healing not only people, but healing animals. Now, there is a prayer that I want to recite to you, and this is his prayer, and this is for healing. It says, O Saint Martin de Porres, you were always the tireless servant of the sick during your lifetime from your place in heaven. God allowed you to work many wonderful miracles. Look with compassion on our beloved, and here you will put a line, whoever is beloved of the whoever is sick, suffering from sickness, obtain for us from God the pardon of every sin and the health of mind and body necessary for our state in life. Help us to use our wisdom, and with a thankful heart and health and strength, God give us so that we may follow your example our whole lives. And may our praise be a song of thanksgiving and praise to the Father, to the Son, to the Holy Spirit. Amen. I hope that you enjoyed this little video about Saint Martin de Porres. Study, and you just go out and have yourself a wonderful day. Give me some thumbs up, write me some nice sweet comments, and hit that notification bell for my next video, in which I'll see you. Kisses!
Yup.